that you feel special. So thank you very much for allowing the sighted surgeons to hold this program. Now, I wanted to share a few thoughts. What was my experience as president? Because I want in the next cabinet, under the able leadership of Professor Aswani, first of all, I really want to congratulate Professor Aswani, Professor Farooq Afzal, and all the office bearers, that you are very lucky that not only you have good office bearers, but you have very seasoned executives. And I hope that you will be doing better job than the previous cabinet. So, best wishes. Now, my 2 years, I started with the promise that I'm going to deliver. So when I was elected as president, I went to my father and I asked, no, this is the first time I'm the president of a society. What should I do? He said, just do your work to the best of your capability and about the results for the month. So I just tried the last 2 years to give my best to the society. And because of the COVID pandemic, I think we had such a bad circumstances. But they say that adversity brings the best out of you. So this is proven here. I made 2 promises as president during my campaign. The first one, that we are going to develop clinical guidelines. And Alhamdulillah, with the help of very capable people, and I salute all of them, because they came to the Hotel Hospital twice from their busy schedule. They sacrificed their valuable time, and they helped us develop clinical guidelines in 4 important subjects. 2 cancers, and I'm really thankful to Dr. Tarun Mujib, who's sitting here, the president of the Surgical Oncology Society of Pakistan, along with Professor Shima, Professor Fazal, Professor Abdurrahman Alvi, and countless other silent soldiers, and especially my team, who worked day and night to develop those clinical guidelines. So we developed clinical guidelines in cancer, colorectal cancer, and breast cancer. And the 2 important subjects, these polycystectomy program, the safe polycystectomy guidelines, and the hernia guidelines. And everybody worked very hard. And it took us 1.5 years from starting collecting data and then developing the manuscript and publishing it. The second thing is, we promised that we are going to develop a mini fellowship in laparoscopic cholecystectomy, because I being present at a place where we get a lot of CT injuries from the periphery. And these CT injuries were happening not only from the quacks, but they were happening from qualified FCPS MS surgeons. And I thought that these boys need some further training under the tutors, the trainers who are very seasoned and expert. So when we announced it, we were surprised that everybody from Pakistan applied for that. And I'm really thankful to Professor Mahmood Ayaz, who spared his time to came for the interview. Professor Sakadaki was also part of the interview. And it was very difficult for us to select only 24, because not all the hospitals were offering cholecystectomy services. And because of the COVID, there was a lot of issue with the number of procedures. But despite that fact, we were able to train 24 people in laparoscopic cholecystectomy program. And I'm so proud that the messages they gave me after they went there and they started their independent programs, I think that's a great blessing and asset for me. And I'm really thankful to all those hospitals and trainers who basically contributed in that training. The society not only started the Raising Day celebration, and why we wanted to Raising Day celebration was because when you celebrate your Raising Day, that makes you mind the cause and your mission statement, why this society was created. So each year you are going to basically, when you celebrate this celebrated, raising the age of 9 of the cause of these, why the society was. The third thing was that we were lucky that we had an opportunity to develop international relationships. Not only the Indians contacted us, but we also contacted the IAGS, which is as same as SAGES, but it's an Indian Association of Gastroenterological Surgeons, and it is the second largest body in the world. We were also lucky that we had a liaison with the Association of Surgeons of India, thanks to Professor Rajit Chaudhary. We also were very lucky that we had relationship with South Central Care Society and College of Surgeons of Sri Lanka, who invited me on their Golden Jubilee celebrations, and I really learned a lot. They have real leadership skills. Their presidents are only for 1 year, and I think they give everyone the opportunity to become the president, and they develop their future leaders. Now, I want to share my thoughts on the surgical training and education. And these are very important thoughts. Now, I would recommend all of you to basically read Bertrand Russell's Nobel Prize acceptance speech. And he said that all actions are driven by 4 primary human desires. The number one desire is the desire to acquire anything, to possess. So if I have one car, I want to have a second one. If I have one canal house, I want to have a second 2 canal house. So this is acquisitiveness, and this is a basic human drive. The second is rivalry. If you see something in some land, you want to have that. So consciously or subconsciously, you do not accept others, that they can be better than you. So for that reason, you keep on having rivalry. The third thing is, more important than the rivalry, is the vanity. And the vanity is, since childhood, every child wants, look at me, how beautiful I am. And with the advent of the social media, the Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube, we want everyone to see. We operate on a single, maybe once in a year, but we put it on the web page or on the YouTube because we want people to see. See, look at how important I am. So this is an insatiable desire, right? But the last desire, which is most important, and which he thinks, but Russell thinks has got no cure, is the love for power. Now, you can use power for greater good of humanity, but once you experience more power, then you develop the bureaucratic mindset, and instead of benefiting the human mankind, you start basically harming them. And this is happening presently in our institutions. The quality of surgical education has dropped. Although the number of qualified people are increasing, but we all agree that the quality of surgical education is not. So there are 3 triangles for that. The one is the trainers, the other is the trainees, and then the training programs. Well, the training programs are absolutely responsibility of the degree awarding institution. But I just want to talk about the trainers. We have all the titles of professors. But let me remind you of Machiavelli, a great Italian diplomat, who is the author of The Prince. He said there are some titles that honor men, and there are few men that honor title. Just ask yourself a question. All professors, including me, are you worth that title of being called a professor? And if your answer is no, then you must develop that capacity and capability so that the young generations of trainers can be trained. Unfortunately, we are blaming the training programs, we are blaming the trainees, but unfortunately the fault lies with us. So my friends, I must advise you, along with me, this is advice for me, that you must not lose the sight of excellence. The excellence is a journey, it's not a destination. So please carry on to become better. To young surgeons sitting in the back, my advice to you is, now you must read a great article by Carlos Pellegrini that if you want to become an excellent surgeon, it's not only the technical skills that makes you an excellent surgeon. Doing a surgery with a mastery is a requirement, but doesn't make you an excellent surgeon. Now, what makes you an excellent surgeon is your non-technical skills. And I want to mention two important non-technical skills which you must acquire, and that is leadership and communication skills. And the fortunate thing is that you can learn both communication skills and leadership skills. And the other two things which I want you to remember is look for your mentors and continue the pursuit for self-improvement, because self-improvement is like a journey of excellence. You can only achieve excellence when you have basically that sense of self. Lastly, I want to give some job for the next president as well. I studied, there's a study from the American Psychological Association, and that's a good study to read. And they studied 41 presidents of America, and they saw what are the great things which the American president who were labeled as great and successful. And they found that they are successful because those were ambition-driven, right? Those work with an idea to develop goals, and in order to achieve those goals, turn the heaven and earth, right? And most importantly, the competence. You have to have the competence. But two important personality traits which we were not expecting that to happen are the stubbornness and the disagreeableness. These two traits were present in all those great presidents. The job which I want to basically assign you is the constitutional changes in the society of surgeons. Unfortunately, this is the job I couldn't do it. Right? But I think now we have seasoned executives, and this job can be done. I propose, because when on 24th of October 1984 this society was created, it was only meant for general surgeons, all the surgeons. But now we have a lot of societies from our specialty. So what I propose is that once you elect, or once somebody is basically standing for a post of office bearers, especially the president or the general secretary, vice president, he should have at least 5 years or plus. I propose for the president, he should be 10 years life member. And similarly, if you want to have active members, so active members with at least 1 year membership should be eligible for. So I leave it to the next president and the capable and able executive to basically please solve this. In the end, I am really thankful to all those who helped me achieve this journey. My family, my wife, my parents, whose prayers are basically have enabled me to come to this stage and to continue the journey of my life. And very importantly, my family at the Hospital. I am very blessed that the last 5 years I went and thought it's a punishment to go to the Hospital. But I tell you, working in the Hospital and developing a great team is one of the best achievements which I can always take pride. And I'm really thankful to all my team who basically made this possible. I am thankful to all my teachers, Professor Khalid Godal, Professor Mahmood Ayaz, Professor Abdul Majid Chaudhary, Professor Abdul Fazl, and all of those who are sitting in the benches and over there, if I miss some names. Because of your guidance and support, I was able to deliver here. And lastly, I am thankful to all of the members of society who basically elected me as your president for the last 2 years. I just want to say, God bless you all. Pakistan Zindabad.